Wholeness in balanced vibrations. Today's talk is a continuation of the I Am from various teachings, and I'd like to continue on from my last YouTube video. That one is definitely sure that they are as you are, and only then everything else is, not before that. And so the I Am lies at the very basis of everything, is common to everybody. But does it not form the totality of the beingness? When we start to throw everything else aside and come back to the sense of presence or beingness in all of its purity, it starts to heal the illusions of the mind. And the use of the word heal is very important, as it clearly suggests that whatever the illusions or the maya of the mind has been filled up with on the I Am is that which has caused a person the pain that he's facing in his life. It is this illusion that needs to be cured before we go back to the AbSOULute of beingness, or the self, or the soul. And all of this lies beyond the structures of the I Am. The AbSOULute, the beingness, the self, the soul, the Paramatma has always been there. It's never left you. It always was. But an important thing to realize is that it's always available. At whatever stage you are in your life, your Atma, your soul, has always stuck to you. So circumstances in life, from relationships or health issues or people or ideas, so on and so forth, always change. But the state of being, the I Am, remains, and it stands still like the lotus flower in the dirty water, in its purity, in its stillness, and in its silence. And have you ever thought about what will happen when the I Am dissipates, when it goes? What remains? What remains beyond that is the AbSOULute, the Parabrahma, the source. Can you ever go back to a memory that you've had, or a stage in your life when you just came to know who you are, but with that came a lot of attachments, appendages, clouding the essence of the soul self? Some things were told to you. Some of it was belief structures. Some of it was inherited. But regardless of anything, throughout the day, whatever happens, the simplicity, the stillness, and the silence of coming back to the timeless and wordless I Am, again and again and again, like a habit, is what will give you the peace that you are seeking. the moment we have the I am to hang on to. It is the only means with which to go beyond. However it came, with body and mind identifications, so that you become this persona, this individual. But I invite you, can you go back beyond the I am? Just sit in stillness, in silence, even if it's for 10 minutes a day, or half an hour a day, or an hour a day. Just sit quietly in stillness and go back to the I am. Leave everything else aside and just observe the power of the I am. If anything comes up, any worries, stirrings, events in the world, take responsibility to come back to the I am and become still. Then it becomes still. And whatever it was that came up slowly starts to disappear. For there is only the AbSOULute. The feeling of I am is dormant at birth. Because you are that pure beingness. It appears spontaneously around the age of 3, made up of the 5 elements of earth, air, fire, water, and ether, to make up your body. But the physical body itself is actually a limitation, as long as the I am starts to identify with the body. Because this identification does not give you the chance of liberation or freedom. Immortality is only possible when you're free from the I am. And for this liberation, for this freedom to occur, you must start practicing periods of silence, stillness, resting in the I am, so that you can start to understand it and eventually transcend it. We're compounded these days from the enormous amount of spiritual literature available. And the transcendence of the I am appears to be too simple, too easy, as a sadhana or a practice, because everything else is too intellectualized. But this is the biggest secret of transcending the I am, the mind of illusion. The I am appears spontaneously on your true state. It is wordless and can be used to go beyond. The feeling of the I am clearly qualifies as a doorway from which you came into this world, but from which you will also exit this world. And knowing that the door is always open, I invite you to stay in the I am for as long as you wish. Take a deep breath. Sit still. The I am is built on so many structures of words, ideas, beliefs, projections, ideas, concepts, so on and so forth. But the pure self, the pure I am, just is. But it gets contaminated from your childhood by a succession of events, like layers of the onion piling onto itself. But the root, the central core, has always been there. It is the unbroken link throughout your life. So it's your birthright to come back to it, to abide in it, and try and transcend it, because in this transcendence lies your true being, your absolute. It links all the events in your life. It is the sum total of all your perceptions. It is the very basis of perception. But this I am is an illusion. Because it spontaneously appeared onto you when you were born, and it will disappear when you die. And all that appears and disappears cannot be true. And since you are a witness to it, can you allow yourself to stand apart from it in your neutrality, so that you learn that you are not the I am, but you're the pure source beyond it, prior to it. Believing in the body structure of the I am strengthens the illusion even more, the illusion of the mind as well, and hence begins suffering. Come back to the I am and understand it and stay there. Accept it and make friends with it. Do not reject it, but also don't have a lot of insistence or to create a resistance. And by doing so, slowly, the I am will help you break the illusion of the beliefs that you've been carrying. and lead you back to your source, your pure source connection. The beginning and the end of knowledge is the I am. But once you start to understand this, you can also be apart from it. It's like going through a labyrinth, a structural labyrinth of knowledge that you've built around yourself, of the volume of knowledge that you've carried. But you simply have to retrace your steps within this labyrinth maze to go back to the center point of the I am. Give all of your attention to this I am. And the clearer your understanding of the I am, the more distinctly apart from it you are, building more and more your source connection with self. So simply meditate on it in stillness, in silence, lowering your gaze, keeping the body-mind totally aside. In the beginning you will face a lot of resistance, but keep practicing, keep going, because the I am has tricked you into believing the unreal, so that you may call it the first ignorance of suffering. But keep going, keep abiding in the I am, constantly. And then you will go beyond it. And it will stop to play games with you. Because our perception of reality is based on duality of the subject and the object, the observer and the observed, the doer and the done, we realize that only after the I am appears that all duality and activity begin. Because before that was the nothingness, the non-duality. So I invite you to just stay in the presence of your I am. And slowly, slowly you will realize that your true self was before the I am appeared. Stabilize in the I am. Without doing anything, you have the knowledge of I am. See the beauty of it. This I am will also go on its own without asking or telling you. But before that happens, you have to liquidate it. Allow it to flow. It is the only tool that one can use to solve the riddle of life. That is, as it is inherent in all of life. The I am appeared on your homogeneous state. your true self, the one that is free from the I am, is the liberated being of beingness. Because you are prior to this I am. You are formless. You are free. On this state, the I am appeared and tricked you into believing that you are the mind, that you are the body, that you are your thoughts. This is all illusion. And in order to go back to your true state, you simply have to abide in the I am. Just be. Can you do this? Just stay there. Rest there. With the inner standing that you are not the I am, but you are prior to the I am. Because the I am appeared on to your true being. And your true being is the one that is born. You're not the I am. But in order to understand and understand this, you have to transcend the I am. Only then will you be able to release from the clutches of it. Focusing on the I am constantly, consistently allows one to go into an oblivion, the eternal, absolute, Parabrahma state. Put everything aside. Do not allow anything to enter your mind. In total earnestness, just remain. Persist on this focusing or meditation of the I am until you can drive it away into oblivion. This has to be sincere, so that the I am can disappear, and then whatever remains is your true being, yourself, your absolute, your Parabrahma. The I am came about when you were born, and stabilizing it in it and investigating it allows you to go back to the absolute Parabrahma. The knowledge that the I am is the creator of everything loves asserting itself time and time again. It is the sheer love of its own existence. It was the I am in your parents that was attracted towards you itself, leading to your creation. And within this lies the I am. It is the birth principle within nature, consistently perpetuating itself over and over again. But try to investigate and find out how the I am came about onto you. And this will enable you to stabilize in the absolute. Repeating efforts to go back to the knowledge of the I am allows you to catch hold of it so that you can let go of it. It's very, very slippery, and it will definitely evade your efforts. But persistence will pay off and allow you to stabilize in the simple silence, in the stillness that prevails after the I am leaves. Have you ever thought about where the I am was before you were born? And how it suddenly appeared with your body and your mind? What were you before you were born? Where was the I am then? You were nothing, because there was no I am. And it is only onto this nothingness that the I am appeared. And it appeared with a body and with a mind. And it started to get contaminated. Free yourself from the I am, so that you can transcend it, because your true nature is the Absolute, the all-knowing, the Parabrahma. And know that before the I am even appeared, you did not have any wants or needs, none whatsoever, no demands at all, but all wanting and needing, and scarcity and lack and demands all arrive with the arrival of the I am, which is nothing but the essence of the 5 elements that make up the body: the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the ether. And so we must transcend these as we climb the ladder of lights within our own chakras. And beyond this lies the Absolute. You must have only one conviction: that you want to be free from the I am. In your process of self-discovery and self-realization. So developing a strong conviction that you are, and just stay there. Stay there and rest in the I am, so that you're able to realize that you can also stand apart from the I am and be free from it. Not being able to be still with it does not allow you to experience it. You are not the I am, but a simple witness, an observer. And resting in the I am allows its transcendence as a key to the whole of your sadhana, which is your practice of meditation. By staying in this state, by staying in the I am, you will realize what is unreal. Drop aside everything added on to the I am, and only try and remember the I am in its purity. Dwell on it at all times, And in this process you will realize that the I am is dependent and is destructible, and so it's unreal, because the real in this paradox of life is independent. It is indestructible. It is the absolute. And this will enable you to realize and open your real eye that you are not the I am. So simply rest in stillness, connecting to your breath in silence. And whatever comes up, practice that I am not this, I am not that. And rest in this I am. Because the knowledge that the I am is the very seed of the memory, and all information functions through it. It forms the basis of your mind, which is bound to tire out, and hence the reason why we go to sleep. But sleep is not a complete departure from the I am, because after we sleep and we get refreshed, the activity starts again of going back into the I am. As even if somebody calls your name out when you're sleeping, you will respond to it, knowing that you are the I am. Only physical death is the total departure of the I am, where nothing is retained. And so for the physically realized one who has transcended the I am, memory and the I am are available to him, but it's his choice whether he uses them or not. They're not lodged into him as firm beliefs anymore. Only self-realized people can understand this state of beingness. And so I repeat today, it is not your circumstances that matter, but your state of being. So rest in this I am, in your stillness, in your silence, in your spaciousness, as you are the absolute who stands apart from it. Wholeness and balanced vibrations.